You know what, he's gonna pitch on Monday, and just leaving it open that if we decide to use an opener or something like that, just kind of seeing how we come out of today. And it's really wide open for Tuesday and Wednesday. Obviously we got Yamamoto on Thursday, but this is going to be this is the last part of the piece of getting past this stretch right here as far as on the pitching side.
Is Everton's bullpen yet?
No, that should be today. Or no, was it today? I think it's today. I think it's the one that's bullpen today, actually.
What do you need to see for that to?
I think it's a very high likelihood he's going to be activated this week. We just don't know if it's going to be Tuesday or Wednesday.
Dave, you talked about this stretch, win or lose today, you come out of here with at least a share of first place. The way you guys have been able to navigate this period, how satisfied or dissatisfied are you?
Very satisfied. I think given all the circumstances, I think that we've navigated it really well. I think it was helpful that the offense came to life last night. I think that the bullpen, all things considered, we've reset guys. We're getting some guys back to health. Some of our starters, namely Snell and Glasnow, are on the mend. So that's exciting too, to kind of get through this kind of stretch that we're in. And so we've done a good job of staying the course, but we still got a chance to win a series today, and then we got a big series coming up this week.
How do you think this kind of sets you up for the rest of the season and win the division and get a top 2 seed maybe?
I don't know if it really. I don't think either way these next 5 games will determine that. But I think that it still will be helpful to play good baseball. But I don't think, as far as that is considered, I don't think it has that big of a factor yet.
Let's say, first off, happy Father's Day. Just as a manager, what has it been like for you over the years seeing so many players become fathers and welcome their families?
It's made life easier for me. They have much better perspective than they did before their fathers. So and I've had a really good chance to see a lot of players grow up, because they become fathers. So that's been a lot of fun, and they've all been very good fathers.
You used the phrase treading water for this stretch until you get healthy. Do you see, is it time to swim yet? When do you get out of the treading?
I think we're still treading. I think that, not to take anything away from other opponents, but I think if you're talking about the quality of opponent, the schedule as far as days consecutive without an off day, I think all that stuff, kind of where our roster's at, that sort of kind of all encompassing, the treading water sort of thought. Once we get past this stretch, I think that we're going to get back to more health, and I feel that with some off days coming, we can swim.
Sasaki hasn't played catch, it seems, the last few days. Has he had a setback of some kind? Or?
He's just not feeling that he can kind of ramp it up. So I gather that we're trying to hold the baseball a little bit until he feels that we can get going again. So I think it's, with the medical staff, with Roki's comfort, all that, and not feeling like we're going to push him to do something he doesn't feel good about right now.
Is there going to be a thing where he's going to need to go through more scans to figure out what's going on?
No, I don't think so. I think that we've taken the scans, and so right now it's kind of a comfort thing for him and a confidence thing.
Is he doing like other stuff?
He's doing stuff in the weight room. He's getting much stronger. He's keeping his arm moving, his shoulder, stuff like that. But as far as throwing the baseball, I think that we kind of put a pin in that for a little bit.
Was he pain-free and then wasn't?
Yeah, he was, and I don't know if it's pain. I just don't know if it's. I mean, it's more of a question for Roki, to be quite honest with you, as far as kind of the sensation. I don't. It's discomfort. I don't think it's pain. It's tightness. It could be, just not feeling strong. Whatever adjective you want to use. I'd rather him kind of say that.
How long do you anticipate him?
Get him.
How long do you anticipate Roki being no pro?
I don't know that. That's more right now for me. That's a training staff, player performance kind of situation, and then once he starts playing catch and stretching it out, then I'll kind of be a little bit more in tune with it.
Has he received an injection like the other guys have now?
He received an injection,
Wait.
back ago, a little bit ago.
What is he spirit-wise? Like,
Good. I think he's in good spirits. I chatted with him briefly yesterday just to say hello and check in, and he's in good spirits.
Hey, Freddie seems a little off this month. Is it just the health, or does he need to make an adjustment to get back to where he was in May?
I think, I don't know. I think a little bit with the swing decisions. I think he's been a little bit more aggressive. I thought last night he made better swing decisions, not chasing as much. Whereas the last couple weeks I felt that he was a little hyper aggressive swinging, not taking walks. I think there's a mechanical, not feeling really good with his swing right now, but that could change tonight. And as far as kind of the way his body is, I think that he's doing a good job of managing that, so I don't think that would be it.
Back to Roki a little bit. When a guy's hurt, I know it's a little bit of out of sight, out of mind, but do you have to proceed as if he's not going to be part of the long-term plan this year?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's fair. Being thrust here into this environment certainly was a big undertaking for him. And then now you layer in the health part of it. And then you layer, he's a starting pitcher, the build up, what that entails. I think that that's the prudent way to go about it, and whatever we get from him, and expecting him to be back, obviously, and contributing. But I think, the mindset should be, we got to plan on, life without him as far as this year. I think that's a fair way to think about it,
Shohei's legacy happen 2 weeks?
We haven't decided which day, but it's going to happen. He's going to be throwing the hitters early next week. I'm just not sure which day, though. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Last time?
Potentially. He's getting very eager, getting very excited, and I think that there's a point where, in kind of hearing from Shohei, that the effort that it takes to throw lives and things like that, then to play a game, then let's use those bullets in a game. So he's getting very excited.
Now that you're seeing what it's like for him to be in full or close to full two-way form, so what's sort of seeing him navigate the day and also just the physical tear or wear and tear that comes with all that?
I'm seeing it. The last 3 innings, the 3-inning simulated what was a lot. It's like playing a doubleheader for him, or 2 games or whatever it is. So there's a little bit of a toll. Other part of it, you're just excited to kind of see it come to fruition. But also, I think for us, we're just trying to really listen to Shohei, because he's the one who's done it before. And this is kind of us in this organization. This is the first time going through it. So I think we've been very cautious as far as the build-up. But we're getting really close, so I think that we're all getting excited. But again, this is still going to be a slow process going forward still.
Is the fact that you're still, somewhat regularly using bullpen games kind of factor into potentially letting him start when he's not fully built up?
Yeah, I think that the thought is anything he can give us, and I've said this before, is additive. So given where we're at right now, so whether it's an inning or 2 innings on the front end of an outing, that's positive, and that's additive, so without cost. So that's kind of where our heads are at right now.